Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? Quick question for you. New gear this year, and let's jump into it. We've gotten to know each other on this device. You want to feel old? I have no idea who messed up. Never thought it would. I set out on this. I'm very excited. This is a very important video. Let's see how.
I'm about to take the biggest risk of my career, but I have to take it for my soul. If you want to get some good ideas of how not to run a YouTube business, just watch me. But don't expect that to ever change. I heavily subscribe to the business strategy of mess around, find out. This strategy is why I spent $50,000 on copyright-free music before Streambeats even made its first dollar. But it's also how I wasted hundreds of thousands trying to hire a team before I knew how to hire and run a team. And don't even ask me about Senpai animation. So expensive. Haven't given up on it yet though. It's gonna happen. But if we can be completely honest with each other, I feel like saying it out loud makes it even worse. It's getting stale. And it's entirely my fault. 3 years ago, I signed an exciting contract with a large company. I can't tell you who it is yet for legal reasons, but you've heard of them. You've probably used them. They painted a very beautiful and exciting picture of what partnering with them would look like, including tripling my revenue. But they lied. The moment I signed and started handing over a good percentage of my revenue is the moment they showed me exactly what they really wanted, which was free money. It was 1 month after my first daughter was born. We were in the middle of building my dream studio. I just hired a number of people, and before I knew it, my solid revenue stream had completely dried up. In 8 months, I went from complete financial freedom to waking up at 4 a.m. with panic attacks. I had to let go of almost everyone. Shutting down Senpai Animation did real damage to my soul, but I needed to focus on what I knew would work, something I knew could pay off my debts. And speaking of paying off debts, I owe a great deal of gratitude to the companies that have helped by sponsoring these videos, including this one. Owned.pro. At Owned.pro, you have access to over 10,000 design elements that you can completely customize to create your own stream style, no matter how unique you want your stream to look. You can even customize the color of their pre-made overlays to match your branding. Setup is super fast and easy, where you can create a custom stream package in seconds with alerts, widgets, and labels added automatically. Upload your own assets, access their massive widget library, create elements from scratch. Owned.pro is an easy and fast way to get started streaming. Check out the link at the description down below. Anyway, back to the main video, talking about doing what worked and paying off debts, which ultimately meant gear reviews. Lots and lots of gear reviews. And look, there's nothing wrong with gear reviews. Being your guinea pig and being able to try this stuff so you know if it's worth your dollar or not before you spend it is honorable work. But when this channel started, we were changing the game. I was creating and releasing free plugins all the time. We were sharing ideas that were brand new to the streaming space. And I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on this, that I was the first person to plug a full frame DSLR camera into a capture card and use it as a webcam on Twitch. A lot of you were asking in chat what on earth kind of webcam I was using, and it hurt me a little bit to tell you that it was a $6,000 camera. But it's been a while since this channel has had that level of impact, and it's entirely because I took a risk during a perfect storm that didn't pan out, and it broke everything, including me. One day I was at a really low point, not just about financial stresses, but in my confidence in myself to make decisions anymore. And I called up a longtime friend of mine, and he said, "Look, you're making big boy plays. That means your mistakes are gonna be big boy mistakes." That was around a year ago, and looking back on it now, that was probably the turning point of when I started picking myself back up. That didn't fix my situation at all, but it kind of gave me the permission to forgive myself. And now, a year later, here we are, ready to take another risk, a calculated risk. A calculated risk. We've learned, we've grown. We listen and we don't judge. So here's the deal. I'm a big fan of the mantra, till done, tell none. I'm not the guy that goes and announces grandiose plans before I even get started. But I will tell you these 3 things. 1, I have 4 products for streamers in the pipeline right now. Some of them are hardware, some of them are software. All of them I'm very excited about. I miss making real things and then handing them to you guys and going, here you go. Now make stuff. Go. Streaming is a little better and a little easier. That was my favorite thing. Haven't done that in way too long. We talk about being creators. I miss creating real things. Doing a lot of that this year. 2, we're making a few shifts to the production team, adding a few new faces to the lineup, allowing me to stop spending time on things like organization and setup and instead focus on ideas, on new directions, on those aforementioned products, and also on thing number 3. There will be at least one new channel launched this year. I wanted to say this at the very end because I only wanted the people who are the most dedicated to hearing about this to know about it. And I'll say it again, till done, tell none. I'm not going to be announcing it or sharing links until we have at least 4 or 5 videos posted on that channel. We need some momentum, we need some consistency. There's always a learning curve with new channels and we're putting a lot of effort into this one, so I'll bring you along when we're ready. 2025 is gonna have to be a make or break year. I've been spinning on this hamster wheel for 3 years now, and I don't wanna just get off the hamster wheel.
I'm going to break the wheel.
So if you've been subscribed to the Senpai channel for a while, thank you. I couldn't do this without you. I hope you enjoy this year of videos as much as I hope to enjoy it. And as always, happy streaming.